Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today I'm making some chicken enchilada casseroles. This is a really simple recipe. It only has 5 ingredients, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making it into these 2 loaf pans. One will be for dinner tomorrow, and one I'm sending home with my son. So let's get started and tell you what the ingredients are. You need some kind of cooked chicken. I have a can of home canned chicken here. It's a quart. You could use rotisserie chicken, you could boil chicken, you could bake chicken in the oven, any kind would work, or even store canned. And then I have some home canned enchilada sauce, but again you could buy store bought, just the red enchilada sauce. 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. You're going to need some kind of flour tortillas and some kind of cheese. I'm using cheddar, but you could do Monterey Jack, you could do pepper jack, a combination of any of those would work. So first things first, we're going to get our chicken and sauce going. So let me move you over to the other counter. Okay. So in a pan, you're just going to want to put in this frying pan here, or pot, whatever you want to use, your can of cream of mushroom. Throw this out real quick. Tom, can you give me a spatula, like one of those rubber ones? Thank you. Okay, so your can of cream of mushroom. Your can of enchilada. Get that on. Just going to mix these a little bit. And again, we used to make this with regular enchilada sauce from the grocery store, but the homemade enchilada sauce is really good. I'm going to have to make some more, so perhaps I'll do a video on that, and I can also just share the recipe that you don't have to can it. You could just make a bunch and keep it in your fridge. But it's nice to have it. Like I usually do, enough for a year. Okay, so the only thing I'm adding to this is a little salt and pepper. So I did not include salt and pepper in your 5 ingredients. You can leave it out if you want to, but I just like the sauce seasoned a little bit more. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to let this come to a simmer. I'm going to throw the chicken in now. And again, any kind of canned chicken or home, like baked rotisserie would work good if you're in a rush. This takes nothing to put together, and it only takes about 20 minutes to cook it, because you're just basically melting the cheese and warming the sauce up. Okay, so I'm going to just leave this chicken in the sauce. When it comes to a simmer, I will come back and we'll put this casserole together. Okay, so the sauce and chicken has come to a simmer. We took it off the heat and we have it over here. I have a little ladle so we can get this. This is so super simple. If you follow this recipe, it's enough to make a 9 by 13 pan, like a whole casserole dish. But I'm doing it this way so I could split it with my son. So the first layer is just some flour tortillas. Again, if you're using a 9 by 13 pan, you could use large, either the fajita or the burrito sized ones. But since, again, this is so small, these ones fit perfectly in here. So this is what I'm using. The little street taco ones. They fit perfect in the loaf pan, and then you don't have to trim them or cut them. But you could also do that if you wanted to. That one's kind of small, so I'll put a bigger one in the bottom. Okay, so then, now I just grated up a whole block. You only need probably like 2 or 3 cups of cheese for the whole thing. I just have it all there because my son was grating it up, so I let him do the whole thing. Okay, so first layer is chicken and sauce. And you're going to make 2 layers of chicken. So for my pan, I want to make sure that I have enough in here to do the 4 small layers, 2 in each pan. Use half now. Okay. And you can use any, this is a chicken enchilada casserole, but you could use any kind of meat that you wanted to in it. You could use ground chicken that you browned first. You could use ground turkey if you like that. You could use ground beef. When my sister, when her family was, all her boys were teenagers, she used to make big pan of it sometimes too, and she would use ground beef. So you could do that. You could do steak. You could do leftover pot roast, which we do sometimes as well. And you would just put that in place of the chicken, and everything else would be the same. Now you're going to put a layer of cheese. Okay, and again, this could be any kind of cheese that you like. Monterey Jack, Colby Jack, Pepper Jack, that would be really good. Okay, and then another layer of tortillas. Another layer of meat, and now this is your last layer of meat, so you want to use up all your meat that you have here. And what you could do is, if you are, by yourself, or there's only 1 or 2 of you in your family, you could make both of them like this, put one in the freezer, and then have one for dinner and leftovers. And again, you're using up all your meat. In the sink. Okay. That's done. Just add more cheese. Plenty. You could add more or less cheese, however you like it. And then the last layer is going to be tortillas again. Okay, so now, if you're going to make this right now, you just put it in a preheated 375-degree oven, and it's going to go in there for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how long it takes for the tortillas on top to get golden, and you'll see the cheese and the sauce will bubble up around the edges. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to put one away for my son to take home. I'm going to put mine in the fridge, and when I come back, which will just be seconds for you, it'll be tomorrow, and I will be baking this off in the oven, and I'll show you the end results. Okay, so it is the next day for me, but it's only been a few seconds for you. I put this into a cold oven. I put the temperature on 375, and then once it came to temperature, it took about 15 minutes. So I've had it sitting here for about 10 minutes now, so I can try to get a decent slice out of it. It's still going to be messy because that's how this is. but it smells delicious, as always. Yeah, this is going to be messy, so. Okay. Again, it doesn't look pretty, but it's delicious. Chuck, can you do me a favor and turn the light, please? Should have my husband just turn the light on. And we like to serve it with a little sour cream on top. Much better, thank you. And you can see that the cheddar cheese is all melted inside. Put a little bit of really good. It always is. Again, any kind of meat. If you don't have chicken breast, you could use ground chicken, ground turkey. You could do ground beef. My sister, like I said, used to make it with ground beef. You could do steak. You could do leftover pot roast. Anything works in this. Everything else stays the same. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you give the enchilada casserole a try. And thanks for watching again. If you would give us a thumbs up, that would help support our channel. Also, please like and share. And if you haven't done so, please hit that red subscribe button.